Have you ever heard about Contoso database, but aren't sure what it's all about? Or maybe you're using it, but without fully understanding of business concept and technical details? That video is for you. In this video, I will cover both business and technical aspects of Contoso data by using a cheat sheet that I create for you. You can download it for free from my website. Let's get started. Before we dive into the details, let me tell a quick story about 3 bricklayers. A man asked each one what they are doing. The first said, "I'm laying brick." The second replied, "I'm building a wall." And the third one said, "I'm constructing a cathedral." Those are 3 different approaches to work. Very often when you are a junior, you focus only on your task without seeing a big picture. Why I mention about it? Because in my opinion, to be fully professional and senior, you have to see a big picture. You need to know what is the business context of your work as business intelligence, what really stands behind the data. Let's jump into the cheat sheet. In the cheat sheet, you have 6 main areas that I like to cover in this video. The first part will be about the business context, and the second about the technical details. Let's start with the question, what is the Contoso? In short, Contoso is a fictional retail company that was created by Microsoft. The main goal is for demo and learning purpose. It helps to show different tools and how you can use it in Microsoft environment. Microsoft has provided some database and information that you can use. We'll focus only on business intelligence aspect. Let's focus on retail business model. The model is quite simple. Manufacturers produce products and then a retail company, in our case Contoso, buys those products, store them in the warehouses and sell in online or physical stores. The next, customer purchase 1 or more products and generate sales. Let's look up deeper in the sales by customers. Let's see order fulfillment process. Customer visit our stores, physical or online, choose products, place an order, pay, and wait for the delivery. While the process sounds simple, it gets complex when scaled globally. We have plenty stores in all of continents, with plenty products provided by different manufacturers, different orders, 1 or many. We can have a different currency and so on. And those complexity you will see in the dataset. Let's look at sales transaction data model. For Contoso database, we have a classic star schema model. In the middle, we have orders, but orders actually can have 2 different tables. One is order table that keeps metadata about the order, like customer ID, order date, delivery date, and so on. But we have also another table that is order rows. You can think about like a more data level granularity if the order rows actually is 1 order with plenty products that were bought in the specific order. So order rows represent individual products within an order with details like product price, product quantity, and so on. Around orders, you have dimension tables that keep details information about products, stores, customers, currency exchange, and date. All of those tables have a relation via the keys with order table. Let's jump to the section number 2, database access. If you don't have access to the database, you can download the Contoso from SQL BI GitHub repository. You can use Contoso generator tool to create your own database or use ready-made files. You can see that different formats and size of the database. Of course, it depends on your requirements, but generally I recommend you to use BAK files and set up your own environment in Microsoft SQL Server. If you don't know how to do it, please check my previous video and use 1 million file size. It's usually enough to learn and replicate the real-world scenarios. Please note that the size mainly affect on the fact tables. Dimension tables remain the same. Let's jump to the next section, that is basic KPIs. In the GitHub repository, you can also download a ready Power BI file. It is the easiest way to see the data and start working with Power BI. They are predefined measures. You can see their DAX code in the cheat sheet. Let's focus on two of them. The total cost. This KPI shows what the company spent to acquire or produce a product. We need to use that KPIs to calculate the overall profit that we called margin. Margin is just subtraction of sales amount and cost, because at the end, sales is the cost of your customers, but you also has a cost as a company. So to calculate the revenue, you need to subtract sales and cost together. Additionally, please note that we use some X in the DAX code because we need to operate on the row level calculation. Using only sum function brings you wrong numbers. Let's jump to the data model tables. In the database, we have 7 different tables. In the cheat sheet, you can see every single column name with the description. As I mentioned before, we have 2 fact tables, that is order rows and orders. Please remember, order rows keeps detailed information about the products that is made by one order. The next, we have currency exchange table. It exists because the company operates globally, so we can have plenty different currency. And at the end, to make the reports, we need to operate on the one unified currency. In the Contoso database, it's American dollar. The next, we have dimension table for customers, stores, products, and date. They keep detailed information about specific categories. Let's jump to the view section. If you are not familiar with the view concepts, is to simplify your life. In the views, you have they are pre-queried, so you don't need to care about maintenance logic. In the cheat sheet, you can see the SQL code that stands behind the view creation. It's visible here. As you can see, we have less views than tables. It is because we simplify the logic that you can easily see in relationship diagram. Let's jump there. First, let's focus on diagram for tables. The most important stuff is the fact that we have some exceptions for date table and currency exchange table. With the date table, you can have 2 different joins. One is by delivery date and the second by order date. In Power BI, you can use both by using use relationship function in the DAX code. The second case is currency exchange table and orders table and relationship between there. As you can see, we use the date and currency code, but there is also hard-coded USD to keep everything in the one USD currency. If you like to use another one, you just need to change this 2 currency part of the SQL code. And let's see the views. Entity relationship diagram is quite simple. We have one-to-many relationship between the dimension tables and fact table. Let's summarize the video. Please remember to always try to understand the business context for your data. It's crucial to fully understand what you are doing and limit your errors when you present the data or create visualizations without any sense. Please use this cheat sheet every time you lose in the Contoso database. Again, you can download it from my website. Thank you.